All right, so believe it or not, we're well into the hurricane season. But before winds really pick up, we have to, as we do every year, give you a few tips to be prepared for the weather and its after effects. Information Officer of the Info and Training Unit with the ODPEM, Joyce Reynolds Robinson, is here with us. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Joyce. Good morning. Nice to have
you. When it comes to the weather, would just go by what the Met Office says, right?
Right. We do follow the Met Office advisories, right? So if the Met Office advises that, for instance, there's going to be a hurricane or a tropical storm, we follow that and heed the warnings and go ahead and advise the public what to do.
And that would depend on whether they say, well, it's coming, so you have to think about evacuation and shelters and stuff like that?
Yes.
There's a hurricane called Joyce this year.
Yes, there's one of the 12 to 13 named storms. There is a hurricane that's named Joyce. There's a lot of them. We already went through.
No, you're Joyce, right?
I'm Joyce.
Sorry.
So you're the hurricane?
No, I'm not. I'm not even a tropical storm. None of the above.
You're
right.
So what happens? So you get the word that we might have a hurricane. Then what do you do?
Okay, as we know, we're in the hurricane season now, right, from June to November. So we already started our National Preparedness Hurricane Campaign to go ahead and advise Jamaicans to be prepared and encourage them to start their preparations now before a hurricane actually begins. So what we have done, after we've done the launch, what we're going to do now, we also did a media campaign, whereas I'm sure you've heard on the radio, we have our messages being aired on all of the major radio stations, right? That's a part of the campaign and reminding Jamaicans that this is real. It can happen to us. Our theme is building community resilience. So with that being, we're going to go into 5 parishes, the 5 parishes of St. Anne, St. Thomas, St. James, Portland, and St. Mary.
Is that the flood-prone areas?
Yes, those are areas those are coastal communities. Right. So we're going into those with the same message to be prepared.
Okay, so let me ask, is ODPEM mainly your main function, is it communication or is it application? Like how?
It's both. It's both, because see, our mission is to reduce the impact of a disaster on Jamaica through comprehensive disaster management and to promote disaster risk reduction. So we do the coordination efforts, right? We ensure that persons know what they need to do before a hurricane starts. For instance,
let's go through those.
Okay.
Because if we're in the season and
hurricane
hits,
let's
go through some of those tips.
All right. So before the hurricane starts, the first and most important thing that we say is to ensure that your home is secure. Now, the part of the home that we're very concerned about is your roof. Right, because if that goes, then you have to leave, right? So we ask to make sure your roof is secure, your hurricane shutters, the latches, and your galvanized sheetings to make sure that they're intact, right? So with that being done now, you would go around your property to ensure that there's no loose objects to clean the drains and around your home, because you know that could also be another disaster. And we also ask that you cut down the trees, any overhanging trees that may be hanging over on a power line, maybe hanging over to your neighbor's property.
Chop them down.
Chop them down, right? So, and I've noticed that those efforts have been going on. So we ask persons to start doing that from now.
I saw on one of the tips that said, this one I'm like, why bleach? It says always have some bleach.
Oh yeah. Well,
why? Tell me about
because
bleach.
of the water.
Right. Well, bleach. As part of your preparation measures, you ensure that you have lots of water, but you also want to treat the water. Right. So you would put like 2 drops of bleach for every liter of water, right, to ensure that water is safe to consume or to cook with.
So you say have emergency supplies, plyboard, plastic sheets, first aid kit, kerosene oil, coal, portable radio, extra batteries, bottled water, bleach, flashlight, extra medication, full tank of gas, turn off the power, and you listen to the warnings if you need to be evacuated.
And what about shelters?
Right, that's very important.
If you have to evacuate because of some emergency during the season, where do we go and how do we find out where to go?
All right, you would contact your parish disaster coordinators, and they're located in their house in the municipal corporations. Now, the parish disaster coordinators, they know where the shelters are, and you could find out either from even calling information and get your the municipal phone number, or you could contact us at the Odd Pen at 1-876-906-9674 to 5, or you could even visit our webpage, which is www.org.odpm.jm.
Because look at this. Do you know where your disaster center is if a hurricane hits and your stuff? I actually don't either. This is good.
All right, yeah, so you would contact
your memory good though.
Yeah, contact your PDC.
You have some don'ts here.
Right. Ooh. Yes, some don't, right. The number one don't I say is don't wait until the last minute. Don't wait until you hear there's a storm is imminent to start your preparations, because by then half the supplies are either sold out or the prices might have gone up.
And then during the hurricane, don't what?
During the hurricane, do not go outside. Right? Unless it's an extreme emergency, which I can't even imagine what that would be, but don't go outside, because you could be in danger of being hit by flying objects. Yeah. If your children go out, which might be the only reason why you run out to get him or her, you could be blown away. Yeah. And if you're somewhere other than your home and you're trying to get home, stay where you are.
Do not leave animals tied up. Do not leave pets unattended.
Right. Yeah. Don't do that, because, the animals need to be free to go ahead and hide themselves.
I think they say you can call JSPCA.
Yeah. Yes, right. And they'll arrange
them to,
shelter.
We're almost out of time. It says here that this season has a 75% chance of being near or above normal. Now, I'm not certain how long you've been with the Odd Pen, but how accurate is it usually if they say?
All right. Okay, well, the thing with that is that these are predictions from researchers, right, from NOAA, and the Met Service agrees with this. So for the researchers, they said that this is going to be a above normal season, and also that, as we've seen with the climate change and all of that, that also says that hurricanes are developing faster than they did 30 years ago.
But above normal season doesn't necessarily mean that Jamaica will have above normal.
No, it doesn't mean that, but it means that because we were forewarned, we need to be forearmed.
Right.
So we already, we have up to 16 named storms, and 1 out of 5 of them could actually develop into a hurricane.
Category 3
or even a major hurricane, which is Category 3.
Yeah, imagine if one of them Joyce come.
Imagine a never hurricane. Why would I fly out?
Quick.
No, I never hurricane. I just be a wicked me.
So if a hurricane does come, you want to come over to our house because you want in your house live? You have people in your house?
You have police?
You can swim?
Are you a police officer?
Just messing with him.
I'm
messing with him. I love the work that you're doing with Odd Pen. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And people, let's be prepared. Call and find out where to go if you need shelter. And I didn't know about the bleach.
All right, Information Officer of the Info and Training Unit with Odd Pen, Mrs. Joyce Reynolds Robinson.
All right.
Thank you.
Folks, we get a bit of Colombian culture on the other side of the break. Stay with us, please.
We're going to be dancing to Colombian music. See.